Thank you so much, our dear viewers, for Kisii FM Digital. This is Kisii FM 94.1, Enka Yomogusi, your favorite #1 radio station from Gusii. Now, today we are privileged to host journalism students from a school. This school is well known for its good performance from Nyamira County. It is called Nyakemincha High School. Nyakemincha High School, they are here today to learn, of course, and get to understand what we do as a media house and what happens in broadcast journalism when it comes to radio broadcast. We are happy to host them here today. And of course, in our previous videos, I'm sure you've seen what they are able to do. They have showcased their talents. They have done 1, 2. And of course, before we wind up this discussion, definitely we have to engage them and, of course, encourage them, make them understand what happens in media and what they expect even as they anticipate to become journalists in the near future. Are you happy?
Yes.
This is Nyakemincha
High School from Nyamira County.
By the way, which constituency is this? West Mugirango. Are you guys happy to be here in Kisii FM?
Yes.
Have you learned something?
Yes.
How many of you here have ever been to a radio station before? Apart from this one. How many of you have gone to a radio station before apart from this one? Yes, that is why we are here as Kisii FM. Enka? Yeah, so that we can give you an opportunity without you having to travel very far so that you can understand what happens in radio. Now, what have you learned? What have you learned today? I just want somebody, shoot your hand up. What have you learned? Just come here. We pia kuja. What have you learned? What have you learned here in Kisii FM? Make sure you tell us your name and your form and tell us what you've learned.
Yes, my name is Nyakemincha in Form 2.
I want you to move this side so that you look at the camera, right?
Yes.
What's your name?
Nyakemincha.
Now, I want you to say this. I'm journalist Brighton. You said Brighton? Mincha.
Yeah.
Yes. Start with the journalist. I'm journalist.
I'm journalist Nyakemincha from St. Peter's, Nyakemincha. Hi. Yes, what I've learned actually is that a media house mostly is protected and it is well secured from any other outside influence to their programs.
Okay.
Yes.
Amepata? Yes. Unamwambia. No. I don't want us to clap like that. I want us to clap once, okay? Yeah, 3 drop. Good. What's your name?
I'm a journalist, Rida Kerubo, from St. Peter's, Nyakemincha. I have learned that if you want to become a journalist, you have to be confident and pronounce your word well. That's the only thing that I've learned today.
I drop 1. Very good. What's your name?
I'm journalist Victor Nyachio.
Which form are you?
I'm Form 2 and from St. Peter's Nyakemincha High School.
Yes.
I've learned that a radio station can't go off, so it has a backup generator and batteries. Yes.
Which sustains it.
Yes.
Very good. Drop 1. Yes. What have you seen that you didn't know? What have you seen today that you did not know? Just raise your hand. What did you see that you didn't know? Yes. By a show of hand. Yes, you stand up, move here closer. Tell us your name. You are a journalist who? Tell us your name.
I'm journalist Damaklin Kirubo. What I've seen today and I've never seen before, it's a backup and also gadgets that I've seen today. That's all.
Okay, drop for her. By the way, this lady has an amazing voice, yeah? Huyu ni mtangazaji kabisa huyu. Aya, what else have you seen? Somebody to raise your hand and tell us what you've seen before we proceed. Yes, move closer here. Tell us you are a journalist who?
I'm journalist Blair. And today what I've seen, like I've never seen, is a storage unit for information. Yeah.
What have you learned about that process?
That storage unit, it can store a wide variety of information for a long period of time. Yeah, and it has a wide storage data. Yeah.
Right. Drop 1 for him. Very good. Very good. How many of you here want to be radio presenters? Let me see radio presenters. How will you say your name, for example? You are reading news. Hebu imagine unasoma news alafu tuambie vile unaweza let some news. Simama kuja hapa baba. Very good, very good. What is your name, journalist who?
I'm journalist Hassan Mohamed.
Hebu imagine sasa unaleta news kwa radio.
Kwa Kiswahili.
Kwa Kiswahili, kwa Kiingereza, whichever language.
Naam, barabara kabisa ndugu mpenzi msikilizaji wa Radio ya Kisii FM. Tuko hapa kwenye utangazaji wetu wa kawaida wa habari zetu.
Mnaweza wezi Muupe moja. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that you've learned a lot. In terms of what happens in radio broadcasts and what we expect of you when you are joining us soon or later. All right? How many are in Form 1? Let me see how many Form 1s we have in this group. Okay, Form 2s? Form 3s? Do we have Form 4s here? Yes. Who are they? Clap for them. And by the way, on behalf of Kisii FM, we wish you the very best. And since you came here, you are going to pass. Yes, Kisii FM is known for good luck, and we want to associate ourselves with your passing. And let me tell you this, besides Kiru, I will be coming to cover a story after your exams are out and you're flying far beyond Nyamira County, okay? Yeah, tutaenda pale tufanye stories, ndio? Very good. Now, somebody asked me how we began. Radio technology is very simple, just like you've seen. All that you need to have is equipment. Once you have a good equipment, you are able to broadcast from your bedroom, all right? And of course, somebody asked, how did we begin as Kisii FM? We began in the year 2018. Yeah, in the year 2018, that's when we went on air. But the procedure is you don't just broadcast. You have to get a license from Communication Authority. Communication Authority is an authority in charge of licensing people to broadcast. All right? And then they give you this frequency. Like they gave us 94.1. So when you tune your radio, 94.1, you'll find us. All right? So once you have that and you have your equipment, then by the equipment I mean the equipment you saw here, the mast you saw out here, and the mast on the hill, which sends signal outside. So once you have all those, then you are free to go on air. And of course, make sure you have the right people using that platform. You can't just give somebody a microphone, because a microphone is a powerful tool. All right? If you entrust it with somebody who doesn't know what he is saying, he will mislead people. Ama mjaisikia watu wanasema radio ilitangaza. You know, kitu radio imesema ni ukweli. Hata radio iseme shule kesho zimefungwa, watu watasema radio ilisema hakuna shule kesho. And people want to go to school. That's how powerful media is. And that is why we have to entrust a person who is sober with the microphone, a person who knows what he's doing, a person who has information. And let me tell you one of the qualities of a good journalist. A good journalist reads ahead of everyone else. Are you getting me? Yes, it doesn't matter what you read. Make sure you have information. That's when you can be informative. Read newspapers, read journals. In fact, read even the Bible, because we have a program that is spiritual, for example. Unaulizwa pale ndani, unaleta pastor kwa program, anakuambia nifungulie Genesis. Unatafuta Genesis inakosa, na wewe ndio mtangazaji. Yeah? Make sure you know things. Make sure you know things. That is the only way you can be a good journalist. A good journalist knows what is even happening tomorrow, yet everyone else doesn't know. By you analyzing the happenings of today. Are we together? Yes. So read and be disciplined. Good journalists have the highest degree of discipline. Trust you me. Because people are prone to believe in how you even conduct yourself. Go to a screen to bring news and you are looking funny. So make sure you are highly disciplined. Make sure you read. Journalists perform. So make sure you perform even in school, because how will you go to college or to university to train as a journalist if you've not performed? So lazima usome, lazima upite mtihani, and then you make sure you score highly in your languages, both Swahili and English. However much we are broadcasting in Kisii hapa, but trust you me, nobody was taught Kisii. Nobody. She's a student, she can tell you, a university student. Hakuna, but hapa ndani anatangaza Kisii. Yes. So lazima usome, upite languages, and of course you have to pass all these other subjects for your cluster points to enable you join a university or a good college. Are we together? One thing I always advise young journalists, people who want to venture into journalism, you must have passion for that, and you must have a talent for that. What is it that you have from within you which can sustain you in the platform of media? It could be a good voice. It could be your good style of presenting news. Yes. It could be an idea which you have, which people have never heard or seen. That is what will put you somewhere. Ukikuwa pale shuleni unasoma news pale kwa assembly. That is why I always insist and advise young upcoming journalists, don't imitate somebody when you are reading news. Don't read news with a Jeff Koinange at the back of your mind. Don't read news with a certain presenter who you love and you want to talk like him. No. Now, this is where people get it wrong. We have interviewed people before, and there is something I would not go for. We want original voices and original styles. As you are, as original as you are, just bring it up. You don't have to sound like somebody you heard on radio and you admire so much. Just be as original as you are. Give us your thing. It could be your style is going to be the best. Sawa sawa. Make sure you have a talent. Make sure you have passion for this job. Make sure you are determined. I know people will kill your spirits, tell you, oh, somebody asked that question, and that's where I want to answer it. Oh, in journalism, there are no jobs. In journalism, blah, 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 you will tarmac. Now, somebody who speaks like that is confirming to us that he is in this thing to earn a living. Of course, everybody wants to do something to earn a living, isn't it? But if that comes ahead of you, you might get it wrong. Let me give you my personal example. I graduated in the year 2012. But I started broadcasting here because broadcast was my thing in 2018. Ask me where I was all those years. I was writing. I used to write for newspaper. The Scholar. It's a magazine that focuses on education. I used to write. But did I die because I didn't get a microphone to broadcast since it was my dream? No. But when that opportunity came, I gave it my best, and nobody would shake me off that microphone. And that's what can sustain you. Let nobody deceive you, my dear brothers and sisters, as you are listening here. And even when you are at your home, jifunze kusungumza lugha yako ya mama. Because when you look at the trends nowadays, media is going vernacular with time. Media is going vernacular. Even leading television companies we knew of are opening vernacular TV stations. People are going vernacular. In fact, even on YouTube, for those who are YouTubers, people nowadays want to watch things recorded in their own vernacular because they connect with it easily. All right? So don't limit yourself to Swahili and English only. We have opportunities even in our vernacular languages. We are here, we are earning a living, we are earning a salary. This is a big radio station, people listen to us. There's nothing wrong with broadcasting. Kisii. Mimi nataka nitangaze Kiswahili na Kiingereza. Weka bracket pia ya your vernacular. It could be Kipsigis, it could be Luo. Yeah, we have watangazaji by the way who are billionaires. Unatangaza pale Luoland. Hiyo unasikia hizo maredio za huko Luoland. Sawa sawa. Last but not least, because I can't finish, what you want to become tomorrow, start becoming it today in your dreams. That is what I always tell students. Start becoming it today in your dreams. If you want to become a good news presenter of tomorrow, start being one today. Na hayo matamshi yako mabaya tu. In fact, ingia shambani siku moja, tangazia mahindi. Umecheka hapa. I used to do that several times. Naona mahindi hivi, naona wasikilizaji wengi. Because ndani yangu I'm like I'm a good, I want to be a good news presenter. Natangazia mahindi, naambia mahindi zimetimia saa 4 za asubuhi na huu ni mkutasari. Because I'm sharpening my skill. It is me who knows what I want to become. Are we together? And that's why you can see my name up there. That which you want to become, start becoming it and dreaming about it now. Even as you are walking to the dining hall to go and serve in Nyakemincha High School, the biggest school of excellence in Nyamira County. Hey, ambia wanafunzi wengine, hey. Mpishe mwanahabari anapita hapa. Yeah, don't speak to a serious journalist like that. Start becoming that thing today. You may not become a journalist, yes, because you are of divergent careers here. Even if you want to become a doctor tomorrow, start walking like a doctor today. Start walking like a doctor. Doctors don't walk anyhowly. No, doctors are organized people, isn't it? Yes, doctors are neat. Imagine if you went to an hospital and the person attending to you, nasa amekuingisha hapo, amekwambia subiri kidogo. Unasikia unakufa kabisa, kichwa kinakuua, anakuambia subiri kidogo, daktari anakuja. You are anticipating daktari akuje upone, si ndio? And then the doctor comes. A man in a long short. There is a long short. It's not a long trouser. It's a long short, yeah? Yeah, with gumboot size shoes. Yeah? And a huge chain around his neck. And some huge goggles. He comes into the room, walking in a funny style. Alafu akusalimia, mgonjwa ni aje? Utapona. No, utapona, I'm asking you, utapona. You will leave the room more sick. By the way he dresses. So that thing you want to become today, start becoming it today. Yes. My dear brothers and sisters, that is it. Start confessing it today. You will become that thing. You will become that thing today. Otherwise, I don't want to say much. There are opportunities in media. Give it your best. Show the world what the world has never seen. And there will be an opportunity for you, trust you me. Any questions before I usher in your teachers to say something? Yes. Stand up. Tell us your name. You are journalist who?
I'm journalist Daphne. What are the challenges you as journalists face?
Very good question. Some of the challenges which we face. Number one, journalism brings about publicity and you having a big name, which if you are not very careful, it has sent several journalists to their early graves. So one of the biggest challenges is dealing with publicity, dealing with being known, being a celebrity to the world. Unaingia mahali hivi unadhani umejificha, let me go and find my time, nitulie hivi kidogo nikunywe kikombe changu cha chai. Alafu unasikia mtu anakuita, brigadier vipi bwana? Huu si mtu umujui, but yeye anakujua kwa sababu ni mtu wa media. So sometimes it's really boring. Yeah, it's really boring. That's one of the challenges. And of course, one of the things, and it calls for determination, therefore. One of the things, and in our current, not even in Kenya only, in Africa, people can think of even eliminating you, especially if you happen to be working on a story. Imagine you are working on a story which will bring a governor down because he squandered some millions of money. And he gets to understand that there is a journalist somewhere working on a story. If this story appears or is heard on radio, I'm doomed. So maybe he calls you. I'm telling you things which have happened, by the way, even to me as a person on my line of work. Maybe he calls you, he tells you, Mayaka, what's your problem? What's your problem? You are working to earn a living, isn't it? Yes. Now, kill that story. I'll give you a brown envelope. There is something called a brown envelope, yeah? Hiyo ni kitu imewekwa kwa bahasha ndo ukanyagie story. One of the qualities of a good journalist is they are informative and they are not easily compromised. Because wewe ni kioo cha jamii. You are the informer of the innocent mama listening to that radio at the back of the villages. Sawa sawa. So threats, in fact, by the way, it's almost the only one. Threats to your life. Because the work that we do is very sensitive, especially if you criticize somebody and somebody is not happy with that. And that is why we have media groups. Like now we have Media Council of Kenya, which is our licensing body. Yeah, Media Council of Kenya, we are members, and you subscribe annually every year with 2,000 Kenyan shillings. So if anything happens to you, we have our numbers which we call, and they are able to evacuate a journalist from a place just in case his life is in danger. Yeah, the police can be sent, wakutoe pale. They can take you to a place where you are secure, nobody knows. You file your story, and then they can assure you of even legal representation just in case the case goes to court. Sawa sawa. Yeah, threat to life. Very rampant. But unajua Mungu pia anatusaidia bana. It takes courage to become a journalist. Yes? Yeah, that was a very good question. Any other question? Yes? Hii ya nyuma.
I'm journalist Chantal Kerubo. My question is, what achievements have you made so far, and what can you talk about the 5 Ws? 5
Ws. Have you been to a journalism class? Yeah, what achievements we've done so far as a station? As me, as Mayaka. Yes, I've grown heavily. I've grown. Since I became a media presenter, I've grown in terms of my presentation, in terms of what I do, in terms of research, because I have to research what I'm going to inform my listeners. By so doing, I'm equally learning, okay? So I've improved greatly. It has increased my network, because Kisii FM can give me a platform of meeting a governor tomorrow because I work for a radio station. But if I was working in some fishbone somewhere, it couldn't give me an opportunity, isn't it? So it has increased my network. And of course, many people listen to radio, and therefore, that is how the network builds. And that's how you can even be helped. Nikikuja pale shuleni mwenu niambie secretary nataka kuona principal, mimi ni mtangazaji wa Kisii FM. Anaweza acha wazazi wengine walikuwa hapo kwa waiting bench anihudumie kwanza kwa sababu ya nini? Just a good name, your name too. So media has helped me just in a nutshell, plus very many other things which are a bit personal. 5 Ws and a H, hiyo ni rule ya kuandika stories. When you are writing a story, make sure the story is answering 5 Ws and a H, okay? Why, when, where, what, who is the H, yeah? And so is the W, and how is the H, right? So story yako lazima ikuwe na hiyo maswali yote. So lazima ijibu those questions. So for example, somebody has died. You are reporting a story, somebody has been found dumped just beside the road. So you have to tell us what. Somebody has been found dumped beside a road. Where? Menyinkwa town. When? Today morning, isn't it? Sio ni story inaendelea kuongezeka. Who? Has he been identified? By the reports from the police, they say his name is blah, 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 because an ID card was found on him. How did he die? He was, according to post-mortem and reports from the police, he was strangled. your story is complete. Okay? So your story must go around that formula. You must be keen. Yes, any other question before we finish? I think this will be the last ones. Yes. Stand up, tell us you're a journalist who?
Okay, I'm journalist Sandy. Okay, my question is, did you had connections before you became a journalist? Because many people, as they say, that journalists need connections, and without connections you can't become one. So is it true?
A very good question. Mpigie kofi moja. Very good question. Very good question. Now, what she's saying is true, unfortunately. What she's saying is true. But not to every media house. Not to all media houses. And that is what we want to rectify even as Kisii FM. And that's why you came. And that's why we're even streaming there so that the whole world can see if you have a gift. Somebody can go looking for you after 5 years. Wakati umemaliza shule. Akupe kazi. And let me tell you this. Even when we are giving students attachment here, she can tell you here. Come. Tell them how you got an opportunity here.
Hi. Connections, mi sikupata through connection. You had an interview, tulifanya interview, alafu tukakuwa chosen kutoka kwa hiyo wenye tulifanya interview. Lakini connections na can I say kitu tulifanya nikapata? Yeah. Kitu tulifanya nikapata niko na YouTube channel yangu. Hiyo ndio ilinipea opportunity kupata internship.
Haya, mpigie kofi moja. Yes. Sisi tunafanyisha hapa interviews and I'm very strict because I'm in that panel by the way. You have to give us, atukupei nafasi hapa bure tu kuja kukaa. Lazima tukupe, me believing that you have something that we need to give you an opportunity to showcase to the world. We might not give you a job, but somebody else is listening to you and will be interested and will give you a job. But again, if you are so good and you've a fan base, listeners have accepted you, most of people working here, that's how they got here. So that is a challenge with some other media houses, but as Kisii FM, we try as much as possible to be as professional as possible because that's the only way you can help somebody. Yeah, it pains. Eti kuna mtu mahali akona talanta and he has a gift that can do so well, but he doesn't have an opportunity of even showcasing what he is doing. For Kisii FM, it is a different thing to us, and that's where we are called Anchor. That was a very good question, by the way. But again, as an upcoming journalist, make sure you have networks. Make sure you have networks. How many mtangazajis do you know wa radio? Nowadays, with the era of social media. Hata inbox mtangazaji mmoja. Wa ile radio unayopenda. People can read, by the way. Mwambie, I'm a student, I would want to become a journalist one time. Just good to even talk to you because you are my mentor. You inspire me so much. That's a network you are establishing. Sawa. Unaweza fika mahali umefika kwa interview, mtu ameketi pale na ni mtu mlikuwa mna network na yeye vizuri. Alafu anasema, where have I met you? And you are like, no, you are my friend on Facebook. I used to talk to you and blah, blah, blah. Your connection, unajua imeanzia hapo. And that's why I started by saying you must have a talent for this. Akikusikiliza tu aseme, I love this voice. And then you get a job like that. And of course, there are so many things which happen in a media house. Si lazima utangaze kwa microphone pale usikike. You can be a producer. Yeah. You can be someone who records adverts because your voice is so good. Wewe utangazi, but kazi yako biashara zikikuja pale wewe ndio unafanya narration because the voice is so good. Kama mnasikilizanga zile adverts, okay, sitaki kusema because it's being streamed hapa na hatutaki kumarket mtu. Yeah, kuna sauti unasikia tu, yani sauti ni tamu, inafanya ma-adverts na sauti mzito. People are earning a living out of it. Unaweza kuwa fundi wa mitambo tu. Specialize on mambo na mixer na installation of media apparatus and equipment and you earn a living. You can be a camera person. Yes? Wewe ni mtu wa kuoperate makamera na kustream. That's how people get their living. That was a very good question. Lastly, this journalist come in front here. Hii ndio ya mwisho alafu tupe mwalimu nafasi.
Okay, my question is almost same like that of this one. You know, here there out you find many people discouraging you that getting an employment in journalism is not easy. So how can I be sure that I will find work after taking a journalism course? Because my mom cannot wait. He will tell me, if you take you to university, you went and do your things there, which is not earning you employment. No, now you are perishing because of your foolishness.
Are you getting what he's saying? It's now you are perishing because of your foolishness. You're funny. Now. Let me ask you this, yeah? You know, it's not only in media where we have a challenge of scanty opportunities of working. Even these other courses, they have a similar problem and challenge. The same way you asked, find something that you can do. That's why I insist, make sure you are good for this thing. And it's coming from inside. And let me tell you this, by the way, why weka pesa mbele in anything that you do? If you put pesa mbele, you will get it wrong. I'm telling you, there is a friend of mine who volunteered with the national broadcaster, KBC, for 4 years. Volunteering. Alipwi anything. He uses his fare. He eats. He dresses well. He does stuff. But I'm telling you, he volunteered for how many years? 4 years. But uzuri, wakati chance ilipatikana, do you think they went outside to look for somebody new? Somebody who doesn't know how even a microphone is held? No. They went for the guy because he's already with them. He has acquired skills. He knows what happens in a media house. Additionally, he even has a name. People know him. So sometimes, from the beginning, it might be challenging. But vumilia, my friend. That's why I'm telling you, it's passion which will make you do that. But if you don't have passion, you want this thing so that you can be a celeb, watu wakuogope pale nyumbani. Yeah? Wakati umetoka kwa redio, ukifika kijijini, watu wakukimbilie, waseme, mtangazaji ndo huyu. No. You are after this thing because you have that call of informing people, of letting the world know what's happening around. And of course, you have passion for that. I mean, it's something you love doing. Sawa sawa? Yes. That is a belief that people have. But let me tell you, it's a challenge even to these other faculties, these other courses. Yep. I think that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope we are happy. Are we happy? Yes. This is Nyakemincha High School. Yes, we are coming back to you. Ndo tumalize ile chorus niliwaambia, but we are very delighted to have you here, by the way, because you honored us by even, conceiving it as a school that you need to visit Kisii FM. So that means there is something about Kisii FM in you, and we appreciate it so much. But it has not come easy. It has taken professionalism, it has taken determination, and hard work, and of course, smart work. Sawa sawa. So let me invite Mwalimu. At least you can say something and introduce your colleague before we can wind up this brief program. Karibisha Mwalimu na kofi moja. Thank you, Mwalimu. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. The Kisii FM fraternity, our dear students, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's a humbling moment to be here. And first of all, I wish to thank all of you for behaving well. I've been told you've been good in this radio station. You guys have been good. I thank you, Brother Ronald, for being a very good teacher. Thank you again for taking our students through. As a school, we are so delighted to have Kisii FM, a station that is within our locality, a station that is within our 2 counties, How many of you have been very happy being around here? Thank you very much. Before I say much, I wish to introduce my colleague. He was meant to go elsewhere, but he said, Mwalimu, I'll have to accompany you together with our students. And I wish, Mwalimu, you could come and say a word.
Thank you very much, my colleague. The Kisii fraternity, students, journalists, my colleague, good afternoon. Good afternoon once more. Are you happy to be here?
Yes.
Personally, I'm so much delighted to be here. I'm not one of this club, but I saw it better to just come and see perhaps how the studio operates. I'm so much happy to be here. There is so much that we have learned as students, the upcoming journalists. Personally, if I was as young as you, I could have wished to become a journalist. But I'm so old, isn't it? Si ni ukweli? Saizi nitaweza kweli? Thank you very much, my colleague, for showing it better to accompany you. I'm so much happy. Thank you very much. Next time, I think we should be coming. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Simpige makofi. Thank you very much. Personally, I've learned quite a lot. This is a learning institution. In fact, I would suggest that maybe you change, you say Kisii FM, a learning institution. Maybe. I'm thinking, because we have a very good teacher here, we have a very professional staff, good facilities, a good environment, and a place that is so accommodative and welcoming. There was a report from the principal. We'll finish with that. But before that, I wish to call upon Milka to take us through that shairi, and then the word from our principal will crown this, because he's one who gave us permission to attend. He's so delighted to have sent us here. So Milka, please, you may come. Pigia makofi.
Maparatata ya tata yakianguka, jua kuna matata. Yule wa Nyakemincha, nimefika, nimeziba mwanya, tayari kuwapa shairi lenye mada, Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba. Naam, Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba. Tende kazi. Kisii FM ulo waridi, katika yetu bustani, watangazaji shadidi, walobobea kazini, ukweli wao wahidi, kiapo wachukua luteni. Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba, daima usiovunjika. Uwemo kwenye gari, katika mwendo safarini, taarifa pokea shwari, epuka ajali barabarani. Radio weka ewe baba, mziki mzuka. Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba, daima usiovunjika. Press media hadi sasa, tamati tumefika. Ugomvi weka mbali, chukifukia daima. Yetu moja jambo hili, Kisii FM daima. Kisii FM daima, imara usiovunjika. Santa. Maparatata ya tata yakianguka, jua kuna matata. yule wa Nyakemincha, nimefika, nimeziba mwanya, tayari kuwapa shairi lenye mada Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba. Naam, Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba. Twende kazi. Kisii FM ulo waridi katika yetu bustani, watangazaji shadidi walobobea kazini, ukweli wao wahidi, kiapo wachukua luteni. Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba, daima usovunjika. Uwemo kwenye gari, katika mwendo safarini, taarifa pokea shwari, epuka ajali barabarani. Radio eka ewe baba, muziki umzuka. Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba, daima usovunjika. Press media hadi sasa, tamati tumefika. Ugomvi weka mbali, chuki daima fukia. Yetu moja jambo hili, Kisii FM daima. Kisii FM ndiyo mwamba, daima usovunjika. Sadakta.
Thank you very much. Tumpigie makofi mzuri. Thank you, Milka. She's Milka Mukaya, and the Kisii FM fraternity. This girl presented a shairi up to regional level. Yeah. So she's a talent, and we have many more talents. Next time when we come, we'll bring artists who have even recorded their songs. Yeah. So remind me next time we come, we shall bring them. Finally, I want to thank our principal in a very special way, Mr. Murungi Meme Leonard, for granting us this opportunity to be here today. Secondly, I wish to thank the management of Kisii FM. Thank you for being a learning institution, and thank you for this opportunity. As we go back, I know our students are going to put into practice what they have learned here. Thank you very much. May God bless you all.
Asante. Mpigie mwalimu makofi. Asante sana mwalimu. Thank you for, like I said, for honoring us with such a wonderful visit from this wonderful school. We are proud of what you are doing, by the way. Yeah, and keep it up. May God bless you. And we wish you the very best even as your students sit for their exams this year. Sawa sawa. Wale mlikuwa kwa radio, what was your experience? Ni nani? What was your experience? Oh, speech. Yeah, before the speech comes, kwa sababu speech ikikuja, tutaomba tumalize. What was your experience? Come. Na wewe kuja kama uliingia hewani, just a few seconds. What was your experience?
From the radio, it was very fantastic. Yes.
Uliona nini? Ulisikia nini?
Nilisikia sauti.
Ulisema nini?
Nilisema habari kwa Kiswahili.
Oh, ulisoma habari kwa Kiswahili?
Naam.
Okay. Na wewe?
It was really enjoyable. I enjoyed it there. So I'm happy. I was happy also because I got an opportunity which I've been wanting. Yes.
Sawa, wapigie kofi moja. Asante sana. Sasa, last but not least, before your principal addresses us through your student who was his speech, yeah, on behalf of our director, Mr. Bernard Otema, he's aware you people were coming. Amesema tuwasalimie sana. Yeah. On behalf of our head of radio, who is MC Masai, ambaye anafanya kipindi pale kwa sababu ako hewani sasa hivi, asipo tupata hapa, pia kwa niaba yake ningesema kwamba mumekaribishwa tena next time. Sawa sawa. Yes, so before we read the speech, wapi speech? Mtu wa speech? Njoo basi.
the board of management, all news anchors and presenters, my fellow club members from my school, pleasure to you all. I'm glad to take this precious chance to thank the Almighty God for allowing us to this special day. It has been a dream for the Nyakemincha Journalism Club to have a special moment with you as the Kisii FM. It has been a long journey since this club was introduced in our school. Our first news presentation was in the year 2019. We've always got support from the school administration together with our senior editor, Mr. Nyaenda. Since then, our club has always been called the Journalism Club, but it later changed to be the press media, the voice of the voiceless back in our Nyakemincha community. As our club, we do focus on many issues concerning our school. We mostly present our news presentation on Mondays and Fridays. We also give our thanks of appreciation to you as the Kisii FM. You've always done the best to make the life of Kisiis to be more favorable. We also give you a big up for giving us this chance to at least interview your studios. From our club, we do focus to produce the best journalists who can always do it perfect, because the Englishmen always quoted that practice makes perfect. We believe we will have to polish and reach our perfections after schooling. The Nyakemincha School has always been identified among the most performing institutions. Last year's candidates had a mean of 8.8, and this year we are aiming a mean of 9.5. It has always been a focused school, and it will always remain to be. We also present our greetings from our school principal, Mr. Murungi Meme, our deputy, Mr. Obare, the senior deputy principal, Madam Marisi, together with the staff and the entire school fraternity. We are glad to have interviewed you. Thank you a lot. May God bless you.
Hey, vizuri tena? Wow, that was wonderful. Amesoma kama waziri wa fedha. Akisoma speech pale National Assembly. That was very good. What's your name? Anastasia. Oh, very good, very good. Otherwise, up to that moment, Mwalimu, I think we will wind up with our recording. And of course, wish you the very best. Before tuombe, tulisema tutasemaje? This is... Ngoja kwanza. In fact, we stand. As then tutaomba, yeah? Yeah, we stand. Yeah, we stand. Tuseme this is Nyakemincha, isn't it? No, before we say that, our head of radio is here. We were in fact finishing. Kuja tu wasalimie and then we wind up. Itakuwa vizuri. This is our boss. Acha tusalimu. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, habari zenyu? Mko sawa? So, hii question iko na zawadi. So, kama iko na zawadi, so wacha tuone ni nani atapata. Ni wangapi wanapenda hesabu ama hisabati hapa? Hesabu. Karibu kila mtu, isipokuwa mwalimu. Oh, so yeye ako ndani yake, si ndio? So, kama 1 ni 11. 2 ni 22, 3 ni 33, 4 ni 44, 5 ni 55, 6 ni 66, 11 itakuwa ngapi? No, chorus answers. Hebu kuja. Unaitwa nani?
Journalist Damaklin Kerubo. Na umeuliza swali 11 itakuwa ngapi? Na itakuwa 121.
Umepata aje hii answer?
Unachukua 11 times 11 then unapata 121.
121. Oh, na uko na answer tofauti? Kuja. Yes, na unaitwa nani?
Journalist Ezekiel Mumanyi. Jibu itakuwa 1111.
1111. Okay. Umepata aje hiyo?
Juu mimi nimeona hapo kama ni 3 naweka tena 3. Hivyo.
So iko hivyo, si ndio?
Yes.
Oh, nani mwingine ako na answer tofauti? So ni wangapi wanasema ni 1111? Ni wangapi wanasema ni 121? 1 2 3. Okay. Mwalimu answer ni ngapi? Mwalimu kuja.
Umeuliza mwalimu wa kizungu.
Oh, si wa hesabu hapo hapo.
Ndio huyo hapa.
Hesabu kuja. Wa hesabu kuja. Mwalimu wa hesabu. Sawa. Habari ya mwalimu? Yes, angalia kamera pale. Simama hapo. Yes. Yes, mwalimu unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Moseti Josephat.
So kuna wanafunzi wamepatiana jibu la kwanza na jibu la pili. Sijui mwalimu, wewe hapo tunapata ni ngapi?
Kulingana na hesabati jibu ni 121. But kulingana na huyo mwingine pia ni kama amepata. Huyo pia naweza sema amepata, but kihesabu huyo wa 121 ndiye amepata. Vile vile huyo mwingine naye vile amefikiria, amesema kama zapa ni ameongeza ingine sapa ikakuwa 77. 8 akaongeza 8 ikakuwa 88. 10 ingekuwa 10 10. 11 1111. Vile vile na yeye amepata.
Vile vile. Lakini kulingana na hesabu?
Kulingana na hesabati, sasa hapo we have the way hiyo nyingine imeongezwa. Kwa mfano sasa tuseme kama mmoja imekuwa multiplied na 11 ikakuwa 11. 2 times 11 ikakuwa 22. 11 times 11 121.
Wape makofi kwa mwalimu. So huyu ndiye anaondoka na zawadi mwalimu. Wa 121. Sawa, huyu ataondoka na zawadi. Yes, kulingana na hesabu, kulingana na hisabati. Yes.
Huyo ataondoka
na zawadi. Kifikira zake na dunia. Kulingana na dunia. So, takupatia zawadi yako. So, mi kwa majina najulikana kama Jared Nyamwembe. Wengi wananijua kama MC Masai. MC Masai. Nafanya kipindi naitwa Komo Komo. Yaani Komo Komo tunasema kwamba tuko na wewe. Tuko na wewe baba. Hapo sawa. So kipindi inaanza saa 10 mpaka saa 1 kila siku ya Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, na pia leo siku ya Jumapili nafanya kipindi inaitwa Reggae Roots. Hapo ni muziki ya reggae. Kama wewe ni rasta kidogo usiingie hapo, kama wewe hutaki mambo ya reggae kidogo, lakini reggae ni tamu. Reggae inaongea juu ya zile vitu ambazo tunapitia sisi wote. Ukisikiza kitu ambayo inaitwa message. So pale kwa kipindi tunafunza pia kidogo, pia tunaelimisha na pia tunafahamisha. Hiyo ndio kazi ya radio. So kwa wale ambao pia wanataka kuwa watangazaji kama sisi, kama Ronald Mayaka, kama Nimrod, kama Brian McKnight na kama Mumanyi hapa, pia tia bidii. Sawa sawa? Inahitaji bidii sana. So wakati pale ule kijana alikuja pale ndani, alisema kwamba yeye hawezi fanya kazi kama hakuna pesa. Actually alisema hivyo. Alisema kwamba akiandikwa udaktari afike pale hospitalini apate mshahara yake jaingia, asema kwamba kazi ya nini hii bana, acha niende nyumbani. Lakini haiko hivyo. Sawa sawa. Usiweke pesa mbele. Kwa wale ambao wanaenda kufanya mtihani ama mtihani wa kidato cha 4, usiweke pesa mbele, manake utakuja hapa nje Najua wengi mtakaa meeting mingi tena sana. Lazima watu wataitwa hapa mikutano mingi kwa mahoteli wakati umemaliza form 4. Utakuwa unasikia like 22 years and above, kuja na living certificate, tuko na kazi mahali. Utakalishwa mkutano, utaambiwa vile uta earn 5 million per month. Na wewe mwenye anakuambia hana. So unakuwa careful, sawa sawa. Unakuwa careful. Mambo na utangazaji, I think Ronald Mayaka vile amewapitisha hapa ndani, ni career tamu, ni kitu tamu. Manake unafanya ile kitu ambao wewe mwenyewe unataka na ambao mnatamani. Sawa sawa. So ifanye wakati ambapo utatoka huko kutoka shule, wakati utafika hapa nje, endelea kujifunza. Ukiwa kwa bafu, soma news. Sawa sawa. Host kipindi. Sawa sawa. Jifanye kama wewe ndio Ronald Mayaka, jifanye kama wewe ndio Nimrod. Unaona? Sasa kutoka hapo utajijenga peke yako, alafu ukikuja ukiingia shule, maybe kwenda kusomea utangazaji, taaluma tamu sana. Sawa sawa. Ni taaluma tamu, alafu kutoka hapo wewe mwenyewe utakuwa unajijenga taratibu. Nani anajua kuna swali sikuuliza. Kuna yule alikuwa anataka kuwa mtangazaji. Ni wewe, si ndio bado, si ndio? Role model wako ni nani?
Lulu Hassan.
Mwanaume tena mwingine? Huyu jamaa amechangamka bana. Kuja. Na wewe role model wako?
Kazo Gunga.
Huyo ni nani?
News anchor wa Citizen.
Very good. Sawa sawa. So I think nitamalizia hapa, lakini kumbuka hivi. Pale college ama university, watu wanafunzwa Kizungu ama Kiswahili. Lakini ukirudi hapa Kisii FM, utakuja kutangaza Kikisii. So, usisahau lugha ya mama. Sawa sawa. Kama wewe ni Mkalenjini, kumbuka Kikalenjini. Sawa sawa. Kama wewe ni Mkisii, kumbuka Kikisii. Manake hautakuja hapa kutangaza Kizungu. Sawa sawa. Kizungu labda ukiandikwa pale Kiss 100, yote ni sawa. So hizo lugha 3 usisahau. Lugha ya mama ndio muhimu zaidi. Sawa sawa. Na lugha ya taifa pia na Kizungu. Sawa sawa. Shukrani sana na asante sana kwa kututembelea. Asante sana Ronald.
Makofi ya mkubwa. Asante sana. Kabla acha nilisema I buy you a loaf of bread tomorrow for the wonderful poem that you presented. Just come here. And then my producer. Oh yes, I was waiting for thank you by the way. Ningeirudisha. Yeah, well done by the way. Well done. Poetry has paid people. Yeah. My producer is saying niwape news vile mimi hufanya kwa radio kwa Kikisii. You know I'm a news presenter. Is that what you said, Mark Knight? Yes. And then tumalize na ile nini yetu ya Nyakemincha High School from Nyamira County, tuko ndani ya Enka. Acha nisome news Unataka nisimame hivi? Mwancho motegereri meyenka y'umugusi Kisii FM nigo cyabere cinsa 10 cyabona magoroba cinga kitugo kikonyora mangana magia senchira iyo bwikirano kurengana muna twikira SMS yitu ya mangana magia elietaliane nigo nkuru kwa Ronald Mayaka. Litukulia rera boroki bakuru ase skuru ya secondary ya Nyakemincha hiye gotoka sorokongorwe bunge ya West Mugirango imeye county ya Nyamira nigo baba netaro yugo cha studio ya Kisii FM enkayo mugusirinde kuyarokereria aliya gokorekana se radio anenekero bago chigokora emeremo yukuriya ubusaki bwa mangana mugena bwo gokoraria eya maseyemo esabali yo nigo yachakange chinsa isano na ibere cya mubasabwa saboroki bwa bube club ekyo boraria kiabake goikamo n'abalimu babo babere abo baba no mogoko monene konyora libagali gukwana n'abarali ba Kisii FM na nene konyora chinga kichia bene kuyorokereria lya gokorekana ase radio abana bubo igomba nyora libagali okoroki ebyegu biri bagokora abande batera n'abande kuira mashairi abwo ase babere banyora libaga bwigoli okogenda ase radio eyemo ase eyemo na gukwanira bategereri andonsi mwenche motegereri go twabere no mogoko na intikuru enkayo mugusi go twara boroki bwa ase studio yaito tukubakira ngambi ya mono na kubaganiria maya anene bali bawuchekora matemu aba manene a form 4 ayago chigokorekana guchakira umutinyo yo endera gotegerenka y'umugusi Kisii FM guchakirense ya muntu yanyora senchira yobo ikirano elietaliane ni gonkuru kwa Ronald Mayaka. Haya, sasa basi tuseme this is
Nyakemincha High School from Nyamira County. Tuko ndani ya Kisii FM 94.1. Enka
Yomogusi. Sasa fanya hivi, Enka Yomogusi. There go. Enka Yomogusi. Asanteni sana and may God bless you. Warudie tena. Aya, this is Nyakemincha. 3 go. This is Nyakemincha High School from Nyamira County.
tuko ndani ya Kisii FM 94.1. Enka
Yomogusi. Asanteni sana. What do you say?
Thank you.
Say thank you. What do you say?
Thank you.
Aya, makofi mazuri. Asante sana. Till next time, keep on subscribing to our YouTube channel Kisii FM Digital. Na hawa wanafunzi mkifika shuleni, make sure you look for that channel, mjione vile mlikuwa mnafanya kazi hapa moja kwa moja Kisii FM 94.1. God bless you so much. All right. Sasa tumemaliza hii.